it's hard to get people excited about studying. It's hard to get people excited about going to class when there's all these other things that they could be doing with their friends, a lot of community stuff that they could be doing that is more fun. But at the same time, you know, you're paying all this money to go to college, and sometimes that sort of gets lost.
People of color are just disadvantaged because of like the history of racism. Like people of color don't go to as good of schools as like other people, white people. Let's just say white people.
It divides people because I think people choose to divide themselves from, you know, other groups. Like I just see people just who are just strictly, you know, pill orgs, that don't go into anything else but pill orgs, you know. And when they do something else, they represent pill orgs. But I'd like to see them do other things.
I don't want to be stereotypical or anything, but Filipinos hold grudges.
Filipinos love drama, but that's fine because like even if they love drama, it brings us together.
As a community, we're learning through a process in which we don't let the tension be so overbearing within our lives that it affects how we function as leaders and how we function as individuals.
There's so many orgs and they all have their own events, so it's almost like every semester like they're competing for people and they're competing for their events.
People on FaceTime, you know, people are like trying to make friends. People are running for the same position.
I think there's like the big thing is between being social and being political.
When we get down to business, then it's like, oh man, I thought you were my friend. How could you not support me on this? Oh my God. And then people have like falling outs and like people don't talk to each other anymore, and I think that sucks. To like lose a friend over like something in an organization is kind of weird.
I don't think it needs any changing. Filipinos are awesome.
I think I would change the perception of some people in the community that like certain organizations are very exclusive and cliquey.
It's really hard to get a bunch of people in the community together to fight for a common cause if everyone has a different cause that they need to fight for and that they feel so passionately about. So like if we could just have more unity.
I just hope that in the future it won't, like, three people's disagreements with each other won't affect everybody.
I would say people could afford to be a little more open.
Have the Filipinos do something else other than being, like, you know, in the pill group. Like, I've been in so many different organizations, and only one of them is Filipino. I just want to, like, diversify, like, you know, like, because you're in college, you're here to, like, you know, explore, like, see different outlooks, while like, some Filipinos here, they're just, like, only sheltered within the Filipino community.
I'm thinking it's cool to do 1 or 2 years, kind of have a feel for it, but then there's a point where you have to step back and say, okay, like, I've done this, I've seen like what are the limitations of this organization. Now it's time to try something else, try something new, and maybe like affect change like in a different way rather than just be stuck like in these clubs.
What I love most about the Filipino community is its ability to move on.
I didn't expect much. I expected maybe a few friends, a few events, a few things to do here and there. But I got like a family.
Starting to write music and have people play it, like that's something I couldn't really have done if there were, you know, if there weren't this community.
I honestly feel like I found a community where I belong to.
People say that like, oh, we're so cliquey and we're exclusive or whatever, but for my personal experience, it's been really inclusive. I get to talk to a lot of people that I normally wouldn't have met. I get to work with a lot of people that share my similar identity and share a lot of the same experiences and ideas that I have.
It is what it is. It brings people together. It has events that are kind of informative, but at the same time, it's highly bureaucratic. There's not a lot of progress that can be made because of that bureaucracy. And so it's a double-edged sword. It's a good way to make friends, but it's not really a great way to like make the change that they strive so hard for.